What is happening, my fellow YouTuberlings? It's your boy, the Tubular Critic. Thanks for joining me today and for showing me your support. The title of today's video is, which do I choose, Android or iOS? Well, in this video, I hopefully will give you a few tips and tricks in order to allow you to make a more conducive decision and to have a better understanding as to which ecosystem may be there or better one for you to use. Alright, if you're like me and you're sort of on the fence, wondering, do I want to stick with my current operating system or do I want to switch over to another, and you are concerned that you've been a part of an ecosystem for so long, you have so much money invested in whether it be iOS or Android, and you just don't know whether you feel comfortable with switching on over to that rival operating system. You're not alone. There are so many people out there that have been whittling away like old women thinking, I've got hundreds of dollars put into music and apps, and do I really want to make this decision? Well, let me tell you, I was you up till about 2 months ago. Okay, from the date of this video, for about 2 months ago, I was a proprietor of the iOS platform. I'd had an iOS device since the very first iPhone came out, and admittedly, I love it. I think Apple have a great device. It's a great looking device. The Apple operating system is so easy to use, whether you're 5 or 95. I swear to you, you could pick that bugger up and start using it like it was second nature. The learning curve is that of learning that this square peg goes into the square shape. What color is the sun? Yellow! It's that sort of thing. Now, Android, on the other hand, is a little daunting for people because they think there's more of a learning curve. But is it that they're daunted by the learning curve, or is it the fact that there is so much fragmentation that comes along with Android? And we're going to talk about that a little bit in a second. Now, I'll go back to iOS. I don't want to bounce around too much. I want to keep this fluid and concise. iOS, hasn't ever changed. It's pretty much exactly as it was when it first came out. It's bland, it's droll, you hear everybody talk about it, and the chances of it changing are slim to none, because it's quite obvious to see that Apple have the motto, if it ain't broke, brother, don't fix it, okay? And if we're going to get you bread, you're not giving us a reason to change it, okay? Because there are so many fanboys out there that make YouTube videos for the sake of making YouTube videos just because they bought an Apple product, and because they will get watched because there's lots of people to watch them. So it sort of swings and balances. Apple loves charging the prices that they charge because they know people are going to buy them. They are great products, don't get me wrong. There is no better looking phone than the iPhone, I'm sorry. I almost ate my words there because I was going to say the new BlackBerry 10. It is almost like a spitting image of the iPhone. But I don't think I want to get into that in this video. But we'll just say to it, the Apple iPhone and Apple products in general are lovely looking devices, very chic, sleek, and top drawer, right? And now we'll switch on over to the Android thought path. Now, Android, on the other hand, I mentioned earlier, have this issue with fragmentation, but it's not Android that has the problem. It's the phone carriers. In America, as you can tell, I'm not from the Yankland, people. In America, adverse to Europe, devices up to now have to be locked or are locked to a carrier unless you buy the bugger, right? And even then, you find that the phone's locked to a carrier. So what my point is there is these devices come out, and when they go through R&D, research and development, they'll be on Froyo, or they'll be on ice cream sandwich, or they will have Jelly Bean. For example, I'm on a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, right? The latest and greatest of devices, but yet I'm only on Android 4.1.2. I, to this date, am not on 4.2.2, as you would find on one of the Nexus devices, and that's something that irritates people, because when you buy something and you shell out your hard-earned money, you dig deep into the coffers of your pocket and pull out some lint at times, you want to know that the device that you're getting is going to be the best, right? No one wants that bit of bark, that petrified wood, pull it out and get laughed at down the pub because you've got this bloody antique of a phone with a rotary dialer on it. No one wants to see that, do they? You know, you want to know, and you want to know that what's in it is going to work as functionally well with the device that you have. So that's the problem that a lot of Apple users have, and a lot of skepticism comes from. And like I said, but that's the network providers that do that, because they are the ones that, you know, I mean, call me out, call me wrong, put it in the comment box that you are talking rubbish, mate. No, it isn't. Well, if the Android software has been developed, it's obviously there, and it could be put on a device, but it may hinder some of those older devices, right? And I understand that, you know, you can't, perhaps you are not able to put Project Butter Jelly Bean on your older Android device. I understand that, I get that. And much like with the Apple devices, let's go back to Apple for a little bit. And there's a lot of Apple devices, well, sorry, namely past the 3G on and latter, or earlier, sorry. They weren't able to upgrade to the iOS 5 and 6, right? So, you know, I understand that there is that slight fragmentation problem there, but there's a big thing that I have to gripe with when it comes to choosing between Apple and Android. I have an analogy, okay? Almost like a metaphor, really. When I look at Apple in contrast to Android, I see diamonds, okay? They're both wonderful operating systems, right? But Apple is a diamond that's been cut. That brilliant cut diamond. What you see is what you get. You can't shape it. You're not going to form it into what you want it to be unless you jailbreak. And that's another subject here in a second. Now, Android is a diamond in the rough. The developers want you to take that nugget and turn it into what you like. It's already a wonderful stone. It's a diamond. You know, but you can make it what you want. Make it an emerald, a pear-shaped, a heart-shaped, a marquee. You know, make it whatever you want and enjoy it. Apple, on the other hand, they love the fact that people talk about it, that people moan about it, that people say, I wish it did this and that and this and I want this, you know. And that's where jailbreaking comes in. Because if you jailbreak your device, oh, you void your warranty. Oh no, you'll never get to be able to trade your phone in. Wrong. Stop right there. It's a click of a button in iTunes to restore your firmware. And as long as you back it up, you're fine. So stop talking that rubbish. Back on track. You can jailbreak your device and you can have it do whatever you want it to do. You can add tweaks that will make it change and do all sorts of fancy things, full customizations. I've got a whole slew of videos on a different channel that I talk about how to customize your iPhone, and I will be adding them to this channel. And I also want to talk to you about how, by doing that, it's what allows Apple to retain that popularity. Because we saw in this quarter of this year, first quarter 2013, Apple stock slumped. Why? Because iOS 6 could not be jailbroken. So there were so many people out there that were like, well, I don't want this rubbish then, because it is literally a hyped up iPod that makes phone calls. That's it. Why spend thousands of dollars on this device that literally does the same thing year after year? People do, but that's all it is. And then you jailbreak it, and it unleashes this beast. You can do all sorts of things. But I don't want to go too far into this. I know I'm already quite long-winded in this video at 9 minutes. Android, on the other hand, warms to that. I can tell you, you can take an Android device out the box and you can tweak it, twist it, and do whatever you want. Routing does add another layer to that wonderful cake. You know, let's call it the shank of which you put your diamond in. You know, how you mold it. But it's already a wonderful thing, and Apple warms to that. So how can I sum it up in a quick way? Android is what Apple could be. I think that's the best way, and I think that's a great way to end this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at the Tubular Critic. All right, leave a comment down in the box, and if you did like this video, show me some love and give me a little like button. You know I like it when you do. And until next time, guys, thanks for joining me. And I'm going to head and, you know what time it is, time to rock out. This is the Tubular Critic signing out. Take care.